NBC 26 live at 5. Snow slamming northeast Wisconsin had people digging out and sliding around after the storm. Plus, the Packers take on the rival Seahawks as Lambeau Field transforms into a snow globe. And a man's dying wish granted, how the green and gold played a part in making it possible. Well, we begin tonight with a winter storm alert. Several inches of snow now covers the ground and roads have been slick most of the day. Meteorologist Matt Hoffman joins us now. Matt, how are things looking out there now?
Well, Raquel, things are actually improving as we've now gone to the late afternoon hours. A lot of the accumulating snow has wrapped up. We've seen now the advisories for most of northeast Wisconsin be dropped, except Door County until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Menominee County, that will continue until 1 a.m. We still may have a little bit of lake effect snow into tonight. We still have winter storm warnings for Fond du Lac and Sheboygan counties, but these will likely get dropped soon as well. Here's a look at radar. Still some snow affecting areas up to the north towards Door County and up towards Marinette. And this will still be an issue even as we head into the overnight hours. But for the rest of us, maybe a few flurries, a little bit of freezing drizzle, otherwise pretty quiet conditions as we move into tonight. We'll talk more about your extended forecast, though, coming up in just a bit. Raquel.
Well, here's a look at road conditions in the area right now. Although they've improved since this morning, you can still see they're not perfect yet. The blue spots are snow covered. The purple are slippery spots. Drivers are asked to use caution and allow room for snowplows to work. Well, the first snow of the season had people digging out and created headaches for drivers. NBC 26's Stephanie Mead has the latest on how things look right now and what people were dealing with today. Stephanie?
Raquel, the Fox Valley picked up 4 to 6 inches of snow within 12 to 18 hours, making road conditions slick for drivers.
Took my time getting up here. I mean, I wasn't speeding, don't need to speed.
It's the first snowstorm of the year and drivers are extra cautious while hitting the roads today.
I mean, the roads could have been a little bit more cleaner, even though it was the first, snowfall that we've had. So they should have got out there better and cleaned them up better. But other than that, it was okay.
4 inches accumulated last night and into this afternoon. Areas south of the Fox Valley hit the hardest with over a half a foot of snow. Drivers aren't the only ones feeling the wrath of Mother Nature.
My husband snowblowed a little bit this morning first, so I'm just touching up.
Getting the shovels and snowblowers warmed up for a long Wisconsin winter ahead. And the snow is forecasted to stop by the end of the night. On the weather deck, Stephanie Mead, NBC 26.
Well, the snow and wintry mix not only hitting northeast Wisconsin, but much of the Midwest. Since yesterday, there have been several weather-related pileups as a result of treacherous roads. NBC's Kristen Dahlgren has the latest.
Today was another deadly day on the roads. In Sweden, New York, one man died after losing control of his SUV. In Ohio, another massive chain reaction crash, the third in 24 hours.
We've got a few more accidents headed eastbound.
Nearly 50 cars and trucks slammed into each other in the snow. 20 people injured. Some had to spend hours in their cars waiting to get out of the cold, while pileup crashes in Pennsylvania and Michigan are finally clear. In upstate New York, blinding lake effect snow, more than a foot in places, creating headaches for drivers and anyone trying to get out.
I've shoveled this probably 5 times since 9 o'clock this morning. It just keeps on coming.
They're used to this kind of weather up here, but the atmosphere was so unsettled, this storm also brought rare thunder snow. Almost 40% of the country is now covered in snow.
And we're seeing that the roads are basically just ice.
Even parts of Texas saw a light dusting. Seattle giving us a glimpse of more to come. Ice on the roads had wheels spinning and cars sidelined.
When I took off, I slid into the side, so then I got stuck.
On top of all this, 45 states seeing below normal temperatures today.
You know it's frigid. It's like Alaska.
Emergency crews in states like Iowa and Illinois getting ready for a rough weekend ahead.
Knowing that we got over a foot of snow possibly coming, it could be kind of scary.
Well, you can track the snow with us with our interactive radar. See what road conditions are like and even check for delays in closing. Just download the free NBC 26 app. Well, the snow also impacting today's Packer game against the Seattle Seahawks at Lambeau Field. Andy, it was more like a snow globe out there today, wasn't it?
Definitely looked nice, not quite like last week though, thanks. And Aaron Rodgers, he might be part fortune teller, Park quarterback. That run-the-table motto and his confidence has carried the Packers to back-to-back wins the last 2 weeks. And today, as the Packers hosted the Seahawks in the snow, Green Bay is playing their best football of the season. Due to broadcast restrictions, we can't show you the highlights, but here's a nice fancy graphic for you. The Packers lead 21-3 at the half. Aaron Rodgers has a perfect quarterback rating, 158.3. After going 12 of 15 for 202 yards and 2 touchdowns, he hit Devontae Adams on the opening drive for a score, then Jordy Nelson also for a score, and Ty Montgomery adds yet another one with one on the ground. This is the biggest deficit the Seahawks have faced all year, and the NFC North, including the division-leading Lions, didn't help the Packers get back in the playoff too much. We'll have those highlights later in sports. Back to you, Raquel.
Well, one person is dead and several others injured after a fire broke out in an apartment building in Boise, Idaho. The blaze broke out on the 3rd floor. Firefighters had to use ladders to evacuate some residents who were trapped inside that building. One firefighter was among the injured, only suffering minor injuries. 2 other adults and a child were treated at the scene. The cause of that fire is unknown at this time. Well, incoming Chief of Staff Reince Priebus getting into a heated discussion over possible Russian hacking on NBC's Meet the Press this morning.
Someone hacked. We don't like that. I don't like it. No one wants it. We want to protect American interests. It's America first. I don't want the DNC hacked. I don't want anybody hacked. But I don't know who did the hacking. That's my point.
Incoming Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer wants a congressional investigation into the CIA's findings that Russia intervened in the year's election to help Donald Trump win the presidency. Schumer has joined with fellow Democrat Senator Jack Reed and Republican Senators John McCain and Lindsey Graham, calling on both parties to work together to find out what happened and defend against cyber attacks by foreign governments.
The fact that the CIA and FBI disagree shows the need for a bipartisan investigation that gets to the bottom of this. The investigation should be tough, strong, and bipartisan, and should have access to all materials, classified and not.
Schumer said the goal is to find out how extensive the hacking is, which countries are doing it, and come up with conclusions on how to stop it. Well, still ahead here on NBC 26, a dying man's lifelong wish comes true. NBC 26 was there for that touching moment. But first, is there any more snow on the way, and when does that cold air move in? Your forecast is next.